Hey, how's it going? Thought I'd make another commentary video. This game was against an Resto Shaman Warrior Holy Pally. They had a lot of burst potential, but they didn't really get it out because we put out such pressure from the start. We had really good CC on the Paladin. And as you'll notice, I purged a lot of the Shaman's instant lava burst, which helped a lot with damage overall. Anyways, enjoy. Okay, so yeah, this comp has a lot of burst potential. But we put out some really good early pressure, so they didn't get it. If you notice my focus, I have the Shaman there, and I'm just spamming focus purge, getting an instant lava burst off him. I try to get a hex at the start there, but he's just keep lining. I shock the lava burst, and then I ground the elemental blast, so it stops the early pressure. Once again, I'm just spam purging. I get hodged, and I just sit it. We've already forced the Shaman to start healing early, which is a good sign. I get a bit too aggressive in this next bit here, and I don't really heal my lock too much, so I land a hex on the pally there, and here's a bit where I fall a bit behind on heals, but my lock's still fine. We still have all our cooldowns. I was just being a bit too aggressive there with my purging, etc. So I just automatically heal and I end up MSing just to top him so that he can keep out this pressure. We get blinding lighted, and so the Shaman is still forced to heal because he keeps lining his pally. This is where we get some massive pressure out here. I'm stopping some of the Shaman's cast. And I'll tell my locker he's in trouble here, but he's fine. It's just a bit panic. We get some massive pressure on this warrior. This bit here, you'll notice the pally bubbled. I'll actually just pause it here. I see the paladin's bubbled up on this tomb here, and I call for I have a hex up so that we can keep getting pressure out. So I call for my priest to MD it so he gets the bubble straight away, and I get a hex off that. So I land this hex, and so far we're really far ahead. We forced bubble, and this warrior's really under pressure. The paladin gets fear out in the open. Anyway, just keep up our pressure. We don't have a lot of CC for that paladin, so he's going to be able to top his team. But eventually he falls behind, just get knocked out there, but I know we're not in any danger yet. So we're just lining up to wait for the DRs to fall off the pally so we can get some fears, and possibly a hex off that. So I see that the paladin gets feared out into the open here. This is where my situational awareness comes in handy. I see the paladin's feared right into the back there with the Shaman on the other side. The warrior's all on this side of the tomb. So I call it I can get a hex so that my team can just keep pressuring that warrior. So I run over to the back here, and off this fear I land a full hex. And at this point we know it's pretty much game. They have no more defensive cooldowns, and the paladins haven't triggered or bubble to get out of that hex. This next matchup is filmed against an MLS. Really against an MLS, you just want to dispel them frost bombs as soon as you can or avoid them. And you also want to purge Demon Soul straight away if you can. Like, you want to get it instantly because that's all the burst that they're going to have from the lock anyway. So if you notice, we were really quick. As soon as that Demon Soul came up, we went straight to it. Okay, so I really like our positioning at the moment. Their Shaman's on the other side behind their pillar. I've got a nice pillar. I push out a little bit here. I start purging the Warlock up because I want to get that Demon Soul, so I want him clean straight away. I didn't dispel this deep or frost one here just because my priest had spectral guys, so I thought it'd be okay. So I clean up the mage. I'm trying to clean up the mage of purge a little bit, and meanwhile checking on the lock to make sure he's clean, so that when he pops that Demon Soul, we can instantly get it. It's a really boring part of the game here. Basically, just both teams trying to set up CC and trying to set up kills. We force a block here. We get out a fair bit of pressure. We pop a lot of offensive cooldowns. I just tremor this fear here because both of them were feared, and we had so much pressure rolling. And it was actually a little bit of a bad mistake because I get him to a full fear here, and so I have to sit this one while I see my priest is in the deep. So I call for him to disperse, which is good because I didn't have to top him up too much, seeing as I got a fear here again. But I know we're fine, so yeah, I just get behind his pillar again just to line some incoming CC. Get this fear off my lock, and we both get ringed. I call for an MD, but I see that my priest is already ringed as well, so it's not too bad. My lock just ports all that damage, and we just recover really well. So basically, yeah, I'm trying to lock out as many ground and lock out as many frost bombs as I can, also avoiding polys. And there's not much I can do about blood here. So I get polyed here, because I choose to dispel instead of shock that. So then I just ground this poly, and then I shock the frost bomb, so it pretty much locks out the mage really well. I'll just try this for here. We see Demon Soul pop right away, and as you can see, we instantly dispelled Demon Soul. Yeah, so now that Demon Soul's gone, we feel comfortable. A lot of their pressure's gone. I do just drop a healing tide because I want to save my mana, and I know that I won't need it later. I'm going to pause it just here. This is where I tunnel visioned a bit too much. If you look up in my right hand screen in just a second, you'll see that the shaman will come out behind that pillar, and he's in a full fear across the map, away from his team. I was too busy on purging the mage and playing a bit offensive that I didn't even notice until I rewatched the video. I should have ran over and landed a full hex while his mage couldn't get him, and we would have got the kill straight away. But it's not too bad because we still have a lot of pressure going, and yeah, we still have a lot of sustained damage that we're getting onto him, so I dispel this deep. And at this point they're starting to feel scared. The mage has to block fairly soon, I'm pretty sure. And we land a silence into a hex on the shaman here. I'm fairly certain the mage got it though. Anyway, at this point they're really scared. They've run out of cooldowns offensively and defensively basically, and so we're just on the push here. We're completely topped. And yeah, we're just trying to line up this kill now. So we push them over to their corner, and I push over to this pillar because I know it's safe. We're so far ahead. My lock puts a port over here as well, which really helps. We force link, and we get a nice hail out of that link. And my team decides to swap to the shaman. I'm fairly certain pretty soon. Yeah, so my team swaps to the shaman. They're getting a lot of damage out. He's completely out of cooldowns. I missed this deep. I accidentally jumped around the corner. But I'm just locking everything I can. I'll just keep focusing the mage. Locking everything that he has. So big damage is coming out from my team here on the enemy shaman. I see the mage gets feared out into the open there, and he doesn't get dispelled because the shaman's under too much pressure, so I decided to land a full hex off that as well to stop any CC or basically any peels that he used. And yeah, they're really out of luck. I tried to shear that heal, but yeah, I was just a bit too late. So I try to wall stomp this poly, but I still get polyed anyway, which is a bit stupid. But pre-sum does it anyway. And as you can see, their team is pretty much all low. They have nothing. They drop a healing tide, but it gets killed instantly. And yeah, we land a kill on the mage here. So really, against the MLS, you just want to watch out for that Demon Soul. As you see, just purge it instantly and just frost bombs into deeps. This team didn't play it too well. They weren't that high. Ideally, they should have made a deep swap to me with a fear on my team. But yeah, it was only around 2k MMR. So yeah, so thanks guys for watching. Subscribe if you liked. Yeah. These games were played on an alt shaman. So I was really undergeared. I don't even have my T1 weapon yet. So a lot of teams reversed that trained into me. Yeah, I had a hard time with mana sometimes if I had to heal too much. But it's actually quite. I like playing on a undergeared player because it kind of raises my skill cap. So that when I go and do play on my shaman, it's a lot. Like I play a lot better because I expect to get killed even though I probably won't. But anyway, yeah, like, comment, subscribe, all that shit. Hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.